What is up, everybody? We are back with episode, I think, 4 of Airport CEO. So, it's been a couple in-game days, and so we have about close to 500,000. So, I realized something. After kind of seeing what's going on, we need expansion. Our money is not coming in like we need. You know, we're getting $3,000, but that's not enough. So, we're going to begin the first part. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go to loans. Here we go. We're gonna take a big. We're gonna see maybe we can reload, get a better loan. We're gonna take. Actually, first let me see. 750 to unlock that. So that's gonna be. So here's what we're doing. We're gonna take the small, or actually, let's see what the medium loan is. The medium loan. We're taking that. And the first thing we are doing is we are placing down a runway. Right there. And we are going to have this. Perfect. We're going to have that line up. So, now I sent all the contractors, so we're going to deploy them all. And then we're going to do a little terminal expansion. Just a very, very small terminal expansion. Enough for us to add in. Where are we? Five new gates. Oops, that's so weird when you toss the wall there. So that's gonna give us a 50% increase in the amount of flights we can take in a day, gate-wise. So now we are going to remove that wall. Remove that wall. Now this is not the nicest gate area, but it will do. It takes care of the important thing, which is the we just need gates. You know, I'm looking at this less of a permanent, more of a temporary income thing. That this will probably be demolished. Not soon. However, it won't. I think maybe upgraded might be the better term, because realistically, it's small. It can't really handle that much traffic. But 5 new gates is, once again, 5 new gates. So, there we go. And now we get some desks. If I could pick the right thing. Say that I still can't. So that will go there. There. I'll go there. I'll go there. And that'll go. So this is going to be B1, B2, B3, B4, and B5. So it just now, thankfully, it won't auto schedule flights until we connect a Santa, which is gonna be the which will be the very last thing we do. Because I need to make sure we are fully operational with this taxiway. Because this taxiway still needs to be built. Now this is where that issue is coming in. Now, the only thing I'm concerned about, and I'm really trying to figure out how I want to take care of it, is um, I think we might do something. We're gonna swap and swap. So let me do this in my head now. First, let me get this taxiway system set up. And the other thing we're gonna do is we're gonna give ourselves, wrong button. Crap, I don't know why. Should be right about there. And that should give them a faster exit off the taxiway, or off the runway, onto the taxiway. Okay, so, because I'm worried about there being, so it lands, which means aircraft are going to be coming this way. Here's what we'll have to do. We'll do this. So even though, theoretically, because, okay, so aircraft will take off from there. This will be the queue. Yes, which means, perfect. So, we will now begin to connect stands. Oh, there's the other thing I need to do, too. So we need these, because we're going to need more desks. And with more desks, we're going to need more staff. And now we're going to activate this as a arrival, and this is now going to be switched to a takeoff only. And this should speed things up. And the other thing, just because I need to look pretty, there we go. So not many cars using this, however, it is money. It is a one-time investment, so. Okay, we're gonna do one more thing. We're gonna build that taxiway, and that should cut down taxi times over there. And I think we will be good. That still leaves us with, so that cost us $600,000 for this expansion, the second runway, which honestly is not terrible. That that price is not as bad as it could be, and I'll do that because that just annoys me. Really, of all the spots, that's like a crucial spot. Okay, and now all these guys are gonna be dismissed because that cost us money. So nice buses go come pick them up after. Okay, and thankfully he did build that. So I think we should be good. We are gonna do one more little staff hiring wave. We're gonna only pick up about 2 or 3 cheap ones, and that should still give us. After a while, I'd rather have plenty of spares than not enough. Where are the passengers? And that's the other thing we have to work in. See, when we had it end here, having them all go over here was not bad. But now, so realistically, what we're probably going to do in the future is bring the terminal, because it's so thin, we could bring the terminal, kind of bring the ticketing area over here and have another security exit there. However, I don't know. Now, the other things we need to look into is right now, we can't really expand much more besides going down this way, but that only gives us room for 1 to 2 gates. So any expanses will have to be involved buying land, using remote gates, or probably the most efficient but the most expensive method is building a new terminal in here. Now we could, because let's see, a medium stand goes right here, which means if we block that, I'm just marking it with my finger on my screen, that gives us 3 blocks. So we have 3 block area to build the terminal to get the most bang for our buck. Realistically, what I'd do is I'd probably cut into this some. If we had a 5 block wide terminal, which is about, I think, what this is. So be that wide would actually be quite efficient. However, the issue is we would be possibly clogging up a major artery in that taxiway. So there's really no good way to do things while getting a lot of bang for our buck. So if we do build one, we can probably only get a row out of it, 1 row, and the gates will be on this side, and that way this apron isn't gonna, I mean, it's big enough that then there's enough ways to reroute things. So now the next thing we need to look at is, yes, we are maxed out by on the number of flights we can contractually take. So airlines. Ooh, Maple. So I'm just gonna go through and kind of quickly accept these. Yes, I'm looking for ones that also have a little long term. I don't like those one-offs. Yeah, we'll do this, and that should be enough. But yep, and this is why after some point it is always worthwhile to, I'm going to up it to also 20-minute grouping in between to make sure we have the auto scheduler, because I remember back when I played this last, we didn't. And this is the issue I was worried about, is that line. However, you do have a rush hour type thing. In real life, the way airlines work is they work off of what's called a wave, which means some airports don't necessarily have huge waves. For instance, Chicago, there's constantly flights going in and out of it on United and American. However, in an airport like a smaller hub like Washington Dulles, the way the airport works, it is divided into waves, which means the airline will, in this case United, brings in a bunch of flights and they all land relatively around the same time. And then X amount of time later, usually I think it's hour and a half, maybe hour and a half, maybe to 2 hours. If you're like first plane in, one of the last planes out. That way, it's the maximum amount of connections. And so, that's almost kind of what's like is happening here. If we look at our flight planner, a lot of planes doing something. No, not the best example, but just kind of a little aviation thing for you. I'm pretty happy so far. Things are running relatively smoothly. Let's check security. That was my next concern. It doesn't seem like that, because I was expecting maybe to have to open up security more, but it doesn't look like that's an issue we're having. And we're not running out of check-in desks, which is my other concern. Because what I was going to do is I was go close off that door and that door. Which I actually think I'm still going to close off. I feel like I'm going to close off that door. I don't know how I feel. Okay, security's still doing good. I think we're doing good, and let's see what our profit margin. So negative 4,000 previous hour. What was that for? So parking fees, but loans and corporate taxes. Oh, yes, that's the other thing we can do. So because we're in need of a little more money, we're going to hire a CFO. So we need to find one that is executives. CFO. We'll go with this. Caitlin. See, what was her name? Caitlin Naidu? I was hoping for more of a David Wallace, and if you get that reference, awesome. Go you. So, we are going to... Let me see, first... Negative 2,000, so... We're gonna up this to $100 more, so 500. Go up passenger fee to 20. Now we'll bring this down later, but it's kind of needed, and that should seriously help us. So, $100 more per aircraft movement. So that's, say if we do, we're looking at how many flights. Let's just kind of do some rough math. So we have 15 gates, and we're getting, we'll say 4 flights a day on average. So 15 times 4 is 60, times 2 is 12. So that's $12,000 more a day, I think. Yes, because we have one for landing. It should be one for landing, one for takeoff. Let's see how that made a difference. And the other thing is, where can we cut money? So loans, how much left do we have to pay up this loan? So we're almost at the point where we can fully repay it, and that will help a lot. Can I repay? I didn't think I could. That 7% interest that's steep, but also great investment. Because there we go. That's a nice bit of money. And the minute we can repay this loan, I'm gonna repay it. So, oof, never mind. I was hoping we'd be able to repay it tonight. Let's see, how are we doing? We have 2 cars in the parking lot. However, not the end of the world, because this is a $10,000 investment. So $10,000 on this, isn't that big of a, risk. And I think those will be there for a while. I am quite happy with how this is going. Now, tomorrow's going to be the real test. We're going to see how this airport operates with the new, it's going to be our hardest day yet, because I think we should have a full day. Yep. Almost five departures from all but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gates. So, a little bit busier than yesterday. Yeah. And then it's gonna progressively, it seems like it's getting harder. And if we keep this up, I might drop down the minimum flight separation time down to 15 minutes again. Because the 20 minutes is nice, because it does just give them a little more time, which in the grand scheme doesn't make a huge difference, but it can help. So sorry about that, I had a coughing fit for a second. We're maxed out on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of our contracts. We have room for more on some of these. No, we don't, never mind. So it still might be worth going in and accepting another contract or two. I think they're being added. So we have a pretty much full schedule. We have a full schedule till next Wednesday. So 3 days, like plus 3 days from where we are is where our schedule starts fizzing out. And Saturday, we still have flight scheduled, which is a good sign. Kind of annoys me, but that I wish the person that like the AI that did this would like once again keep airlines together, but no biggie, not the end of the world, just the end of my sanity. So here we go. Now this is the time where I gotta keep an eye on security for a second, because I mean look at all those passengers. They all decide to start coming through, then we'll have an issue. Now adding more security isn't, big deal. I'm tempted to go ahead and prematurely add it because we already have them, and 7,500 is steep though. I mean, one of these would get us 3 parking lots. So we'll probably add in 1 or 2 more. But first things first, I need to see if I can repay that loan. $339. So close. And see, this is the issue. We got a nice big wave departing here. But yes. That's weird. Still occupied. Maybe we're experiencing delays. We're gonna need another runway. We're gonna need another. We can't. It's easier to operate off of like I found that you can operate like ideally 2 for each. 2 takeoff, 2 landing is almost more than enough for no matter how large your airport is. However, I found that if you're gonna do it, 2 takeoff and 1 landing seems to be the best. Because it seems like takeoff takes a little longer, and this is the other issue I have with Autoplanner is once again we have these waves. So if you had them separated, a little less linearness, I guess, for the lack of a better term, be the best thing we could do. Because oof. Major oof. Well, guys, thank you for joining me for this episode. We got a lot accomplished. We took a loan and we repaid it, and we've got the expansion in full order, so I'm pretty happy. So thank y'all for joining me. Until next time, have a good one. If you like what you see, hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button, and have a good one. Peace. We got no